XD has some drawing tools that are very similar to tools in other Creative Cloud applications, including tools like InDesign and Illustrator. And now if you'd like to follow along with me, you can download the sample files and open the excursions.xd file. And then when you have the file open, let's come over here and select the zoom tool, and let's zoom up on the practice artboard that I've set up. Now over on the left-hand side, we have a couple of different tools. Again, very similar to what you might be used to in other Creative Cloud apps. We have a line tool that we can click once and draw and let go and create a line. Once I let go, I can manipulate the points. And there's also a pen tool that will work a lot like Illustrator's pen tool, where I can click once, click another time, and continue to click to create a shape. If I click and hold on a point, I can create a Bezier curve. And I can continue to click around, and then if I click back on the first point, I'll create a solid shape. So what I want to do for this particular lesson is draw a house icon that we can use in our mobile application that will serve as the home button. And to do that, it might be actually faster and easier to use some of the shape tools and combine them with the Boolean tools, which works a lot like the Pathfinder tool inside of Illustrator. So to do that, let's come in here and delete any shapes you may have drawn. Let's come over here to the rectangle tool. I'm going to click and drag, and I want to draw a rectangle that is 34 pixels wide. So I'll type 34 over here for the width in the inspector panel, and the height's going to be 24, and I'll hit tab. Also come in here and just zoom up a little bit. And then with this shape created, I'll hold the Option key on the Mac or Alt in Windows. And I'm going to create another rectangle, much smaller, and this is going to be the door in the house. I'm also going to come over here and just overlap these a little bit. Over here in the Layers panel, let's come in here and rename these layers. I'll name this door, and then we'll name the larger rectangle body. And what we're going to do is hold the Shift key and select both layers. You can also marquee select on the canvas. And let's come over here to the inspector panel and let's click on this icon here called subtract. So like I said, these are the Boolean tools. Now what's different here in XD is if I click on this little icon here, I can still see the original layers and I can move these around. This effect is live. So wherever these intersect, we're going to get that subtraction effect. And so at this point, I'm going to deselect all of the artwork. Let's come back over to the tools and let's click on the Polygon tool. And now when I click and drag, this will create a polygon. If I hold the mouse key down, this will default to a three-sided polygon. However, I can use the up and down arrows on my keyboard to increase or decrease the number of sides. So I'm going to leave this at 3 sides, and I'm going to increase the width here to about 48 pixels. And I'm watching the inspector panel as I drag this out. Then I'll switch to the selection tool. Then I'm going to click and drag and overlap these. And then I'm going to marquee select all of these shapes. With all of these selected, let's go back to the inspector panel and let's click on the Add Boolean tool. So now this is going to add all of these shapes together. Again, I can go over to the Layers panel. I can open up the icon here. Let's rename this polygon to Roof. And now with all of these created, let's select the main union. Let's rename this to icon-home. Press return. And now with all of these selected, you can choose Edit Copy on the Mac or hit Command C, or in Windows, you can right click and choose Copy or hit Control C. Next, let's hit Command or Control 0 to zoom out. Next, let's zoom up on the Iceland Tours artboard. Select any item on the artboard to reveal all of the layers. So over here we can see there's a layer group called Header. Let's click on this to open it up. I'm going to click and select the icon menu. Then let's go to the edit menu. Let's come down and choose paste. I just selected this so that the home icon would go inside of the header group. Now let's come over here to the artboard. Let's drag this over to the left. It'll automatically align to the bottom of the menu. And with this still selected, let's go over to the inspector panel and let's disable the border, just giving us the basic shape. And so by using the shape tools with a couple of Boolean operators, we're able to create a more complex shape with the drawing tools inside of XD.